Excellent. Well, please welcome Professor Sood.
Thank you very much. It's indeed a great pleasure to be here. I have seen that in these 2 days you are discussing very important topics. Many experts are here connected to energy security, supply chain issues, critical minerals, different policies and so on. So in my brief presentation, I'll give you a glimpse of what we are doing as an effort to address the energy transition. So I'll touch upon few things. I may not be able to give you details, but I'll be happy to engage with any of you all offline if some more discussion is needed. So let us first see why do we need energy, because we all know that Human Development Index is directly related to the energy consumption per person. And this is a well-known data. If you look at over the years, we have the India's HDI average is about 0.65. And this is what we would like to go up as we become a developed country. So on the right hand side, you will see that for right now, our energy consumption is 21 gigajoule per year per person on the average. And this has to go to 56 or 58 gigajoule per year if we have to achieve an HDI of 0.9, which is what is there in the developed countries. Now, how do we achieve this energy transition without compromising the sustainability and climate is the challenge. So, if you look at, this is the state-wise data. So, if you look at different states in the country and the union territories, so it ranges, you can see HDI can range in 2019 from around 0.58 to almost 0.79 depending on the state or union territory, but the average is what I was talking in the last slide. And energy consumption is also distributed. Some states it's up to almost 35 gigajoule per year per person. So this is something we need to see how do we really address it. Now what are our options we need to see. So if you look at India's energy landscape, if you look at the fossil fuels, they occupy about 51% of our energy landscape, and 49 is coming from non-fossil fuel as of now. And total installed power capacity is 476 gigawatt as of June 2025. And in this non-fossil, which is expanded on the right side, renewable is given by the green one, and the nuclear is about 4%. So this is the way our energy scene is right now. Now, if you look at what are the key challenges which we have of energy security for India, the energy demand is obviously projected to increase at least by 25 to 35% by 2030. Energy import they really form a major part of India's trade deficit. I have given some numbers from the report which I have written below. And the non-fossil fuel energy sector growth in mitigating import dependency is a must. So we have to also address what is our dependency on imports in the supply chain. For example, in batteries, there are critical minerals which we need to address, and so on. So obviously, as was mentioned in the last panel discussion, I just heard part of it, energy R&D and innovation is a priority for India like any other country, and here we need to scale up our indigenous R&D and innovation, and we need to build energy tech competitiveness and owning IP in energy related tech areas and translating to develop scalable energy solutions. Now, I will just indicate some of the key and emerging technologies that are accelerating progress in transforming energy system. Just to mention few of them. First is the solar photovoltaic. This is where we are increasing the scale and what are the new options we have. Wind energy, right now India ranks 4th globally. Our installed is about 50 gigawatt, and green hydrogen is the mission which was launched about 2 years back, and I'll give you some glimpse of that where we stand with this. Now, other things which again are important, that we need to look at smart grids and digital integration. This was one of the, I just heard one question which is related to AI integration into the grid system. Obviously, this will help, and MNRE, Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, it supports the development of smart grids, incorporating IoT and advanced metering infrastructure to enhance grid flexibility and renewable integration. Second one is the bioenergy and waste to energy, again a very important sector for us, and this is again being promoted in various schemes. I'll mention one or two of them. And the last one is the financial and institutional support, which is again supported by agencies like IRIDA and Solar Energy Corporation of India. Now, if you look at this is just giving a glimpse of where our non-fossil fuel stored capacity in India, where is it right now as of June 2025. I have just written 111 gigawatt is solar power, and wind power is 51 gigawatt, hydro is 48, and then biopower is 11.6, 8.8 is nuclear, and small hydropower is 5.1. And if you look at it has a tremendous boost in the last 10 to 12 years. If you look at the solar thing, solar photovoltaic module capacity has increased 38 times in this last 11 years, from 2.3 gigawatt in 2014 to 88 gigawatt as of now, and our solar photovoltaic cell capacity has increased 21 times from 1.2 gigawatt to 25 gigawatt. So, if you look at what are the things which we should be looking in the future to really harness more of the solar energy, first is a effort which is going on in few places in India. How do we really enhance the efficiency? So, this efficiency, one route is to combine with the perovskite solar cells. So, there is a substantial effort which has happened in the last few years, but now in few months, where the perovskite silicon tandem cell have been developed, and now it is in a prototype, and this is what it needs to be taken to the commercial scale, achieving an efficiency of almost like 8% more than the solar photovoltaic over a period of time, and this is what need to be scaled up. One of the major player is IIT Bombay, and then see how this conversion efficiency can really be demonstrated, almost touching 26% at a reasonable economic cost, because you have to keep the cost also in mind. And this is one strategic area which we need to think about, and there may be other ones, but we really need to see because the land space is limited where you can put the solar photovoltaic. We have to see for the same land area we need get more power, and this can only happen if we increase the efficiency. So, one of the route is the tandem silicon tandem cell. Of course, there are India is a initiator and a partner in many of this. As you know, we have this International Solar Alliance, which was established in November 2015, and it has, if you look at what is the outcome of this International Solar Alliance. So, we were just looking at the number. Solar International Solar Alliance. So we were just looking at the number. Solar energy capacity in member countries has increased to almost 200 gigawatt from 64 gigawatt in 2015 in this ISA alliance. And the ISA launch initiatives, it has also launched like Solar X Startup Challenge, Star C initiative to advance global solar energy adoption, and ISA has facilitated the development of bankable large-scale solar projects, arranging project management services and helping in setting up institutional capacity. So there is a very definitive outcome of such an alliance. And another one, which is relatively more recent, proposed in October 2018, is the Green Grid Initiative, which means one sun, one world, one grid. And this initiative is expected to help in 3 energy transition. One, switch of energy production for fossil fuel to clean energy, switching of energy allocation from local balance to cross-border and global distribution, and switching of energy consumption from coal, oil and gas to electric-centric consumption. And what is the outcome in the last few years? The India attained 95% of the enhanced target of 175 gigawatt of renewable energy by 2022 already, December 2022. And we are really, as I told you, that we have now much more capacity being added. And as of January 2024, nearly 182 gigawatt of RE has been installed, which includes 74 gigawatt of solar, 45 gigawatt of wind, 11 gigawatt of bioenergy, and 5 gigawatt of small hydro. So I thought at this stage, I think I have about 7 minutes, how much? 7, 8 minutes. I lost track of time, but this is what happens when you call a professor to the dais. There is no, but just give me the sense of time.
Yeah, I mean, a
few more minutes. So I thought at this stage I'll mention some of the initiatives which have originated from our office, just to give you some direction where we are going. This is something which I showed the left side, but the right side is the report which was commissioned by our office. It was prepared by IIM Ahmedabad, and it is looking at what are the energy options which India has to meet its net zero carbon target. So it is a very detailed report. I will not have time to give you all the outcome, but it looks at various scenarios which have been considered in this report, which I again will not go, but it also looks at all possible options, whether we need coal by 2070, how much nuclear we will need, how much solar, and so on. So this report has brought out a very comprehensive view of where our options are. So this is a very detailed mapping which has been done, and I will not go into detail, but just mention a few highlights, namely increase in electricity as a percentage of energy demand from 18.3% to 47 to 50% by 2070. The diverse array of technologies must coexist, and nuclear power is absolutely must. This is going to be a very integral part of this energy map, which we will have to do, and there is no silver bullet to achieve net zero. So I will, those who are interested, this report is there on our website, and you would be able to get all the details from that. This slide is just to reflect how our office works. So under Prime Minister's Science, Technology and Innovation Advisory Council, we look at what is the status of various science and technology related areas, what country needs in future, how do we prepare ourselves. We look at all this, and we have come out with various missions which have been launched in the last few years. To give you an example, the National Quantum Mission, we have the National AI Mission, which was launched recently. We have the Deep Ocean Mission, we have the Semiconductor, and so on. All these missions were conceptualized in PM Strike, and then various ministries and departments really take it to the various stages where our office helps. A few missions which are in the pipeline is the CCUS mission and National One Health mission, which is not relevant to this meeting, but these are some of the missions which are relevant to today's meeting. Is the CCUS mission, which is being formulated by Ministry of Power. Green hydrogen mission already launched 2 years back by MNRE, and National Critical Mineral mission, which was mentioned in the last panel discussion, also launched a few months back. So National Green Hydrogen Mission has really gone quite ahead. If you look at the progress which has made, it projects with incentives. This is the one which is already approved on the right hand side. Green hydrogen projects, green ammonia projects, and various places where these projects are coming is indicated there. So it has both sides, demand creation as well as incentivizing the supply. So again, on the MNRE website you will have all the details, but this is really going in a very major way, which also has R&D component, and that R&D component is chaired by me, and there we have again given many projects which will really take us further. For example, right now 5 institutions have been identified for testing facilities, and electrolyzer manufacturing where it is given is already written. These are already sanctioned, and these are already coming up with some incentives and some without incentives. If you look at the capacity is ranging from 63 megawatt, 300 megawatt and so on, and one of them is 100 megawatt and so on. So this is already happening on ground as we speak. So R&D projects in the last 2 years, we have given projects worth about 120 crores, which is again distributed to few institutions, and these have deliverables which will be TRL level 3 or above. So again here there is a very important component of skill development which is happening side by side, and few pilots like buses on some routes are already in operation, and this will also demand what are the filling systems and so on. So all this is happening in the green hydrogen mission in the mobility sector. So I think I'll just try to wrap up in this thing. We also have come out with the e-mobility roadmap, and this is again on our website. We have identified what are the critical technologies which are needed. Based on this report, Anusandhan National Research Foundation, which came up last year, has launched a mission on EV, on the technologies which are needed by the country. This is not to just catch up and do import substitution, but also looking futuristically what we need 2 year or 3 year down the line. So again, this roadmap is very specific, and it also is in detail. And I think again for those who are interested can look at it on our website. So geothermal energy, I guess 2 days back India has announced that. I thought again it's a very positive development, and again it will look at 20 geothermal sites which have been identified by GSI. Biofuel again was a lot of interest, of course, and right now our bio power capacity is at 11 gigawatt, and this is what we want to increase as we go along. And as was mentioned, we have now a bio E3 policy where the biofuel is a very integral component, and this if you look at from biomass to bioeconomy, how it is going, the ethanol blending is now 21%, 20% is what we had envisaged, it has already reached, and we already have substantial production of bioethanol for this. So bio E3 framework, as I mentioned, we will be looking at bio refineries and so on. And very recent example, which probably some of you might have seen 3 days back, our Honorable PM inaugurated this bioethanol plant in Assam. 5 lakh tons of green bamboo sourced from 4 northern eastern states are really the one which are giving the feedback to produce almost 49,000 metric ton of ethanol, 11,000 ton of acetic acid, and so on. So this is already, as you know, it was inaugurated, production is on, and this is one of its, but other things, as you know, in Panipat, another plant, and so on. So this is a very important sector for India, and we are making headway into this. So I think I'll just close it by just mentioning a very important development in India, namely the RDI fund. Since many of you are from private sector, this is something of very great interest. As you know that India this year has allocated, has earmarked 1 lakh crore rupees, which is about $12 billion if I am not wrong, conversion as fund to the private sector R&D. So this fund is only for the private sector R&D, and this will be rolled out in next 3 to 4 months. It is at a very advanced stage of formulating all the processes, and this will have one of the priority areas is energy. By definition it is there, and energy innovation as a priority is under this RDI fund. So it will look for, this is a 0% interest or a very low interest rate fund which has been created. So this is not a grant, but it is a loan with very, very less interest. So I will just close by saying there are 2 pillars for the effective transition. We need to have the self-reliance through indigenous R&D and scalable market solutions, and this is what will strengthen our position. And all of you are players in this, and India will look forward to all the cooperation in this sector. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Professor Sood. I think you're available to take a couple of questions, so why don't you join me on the sofa here just briefly. Just one thing that struck me was your comments about